Breaking news in a CBS Sports HQ. The Green Bay Packers and running back Aaron Jones have come to terms on a 4-year deal worth $48 million. The deal includes a $13 million signing bonus. Jones had a productive year in 2020, rushing for 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns as the Pack once again fell a game short of their Super Bowl destination. With more on the deal, we welcome in CBS Sports senior NFL writer Jonathan Jones. JJ, the powers that be in Green Bay, none too interested in Selection Sunday. They do make a big pick of their own, inking Aaron Jones to a 4-year deal at about $12 per. What can you tell us about how this deal came together after that franchise tag window came and went?
Yeah, it became pretty clear after the franchise tag window did come and go that they were probably going to reach a deal. And, you know, good on the Green Bay Packers for not franchise tagging Aaron Jones, because they could have done so at a much lower number, around $8 million. But it wouldn't have helped them against the cap, because that would have been an immovable $8 or so million. What you have here in a 4-year, $48 million deal with $13 million guaranteed in terms of the signing bonus is you're going to see a cap number that's going to be probably in the $4 to $5 million range for 2021. That's going to help the Green Bay Packers, of course, as they try to keep as many members of that NFC Championship team, well, consecutive NFC Championship game team, as much as possible. So Aaron Rodgers very much wanted Aaron Jones back. And listen, when you look at his production, both running the ball and catching the ball, when you understand that in his 4 years in the NFL, 5.17 yards per carry, that just doesn't happen very often. Yeah, they have A.J. Dillon there, the second rounder, who's going into his second season, but this is a pretty good deal for Aaron Jones, even though his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, told me via text that, hey, we believe that there were going to be bigger offers out there in free agency. He didn't say this, but I'm going to say this. Probably the Miami Dolphins would have paid more, but Aaron Jones wanted to stay in Green Bay, a team that, again, the past 2 seasons have been just 1 game away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you allude to those statements by Jones's agent Rosenhaus that there was a market outside of Green Bay. You mentioned Miami, but at $12 million per, Jones does become the 7th highest paid player at the position, even money average annual value with Joe Mixon. Was this a hometown discount, or is this kind of on the money for a guy who did have a tendency, I don't want to say to go away late in games, but found himself on the sideline at sometimes late in games?
Yeah, it is a better deal in terms of average annual salary. It equals Joe Mixon's. It is a better deal without seeing the full construct of this contract than Joe Mixon's. There's certainly more guaranteed money up front. So I would actually put him at the 6th highest paid, and then you look at the guys who are ahead of him, and you had Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara, Zeke Elliott. Derrick Henry is going to be that next guy right above him. And so, you know, Dalvin Cook is also in there. Joe Mixon only has 1 Pro Bowl to his name, and he just got it this past season. We understand the issues with the cap this year, so it makes enough sense for him to be slotted right behind those guys, including a guy who just rushed for 2,000 yards. If I'm the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Jones says, hey, I want more than Derrick Henry, I'd say, well, I don't know about all that. We still have A.J. Dillon. So it is a bit of a hometown discount. Again, if he wanted the most money possible, he would have gone out in free agency and he would have gotten more money. I fully and firmly do believe that. How much more money, how great of an opportunity to win a championship, I think that those were the things that he and his representation had to weigh, and that's why, of course, he's back in Green Bay.
JJ, you mentioned the structuring of the contract and what it does for Green Bay against the cap. We're seeing it across the league. Teams reworking deals, dismissing veterans to get under this shrunken cap number. It just begs the question to me, on a greater standpoint here, are we seeing a change in the way that contracts will be structured in the future, allowing teams to put more talent around their players rather than eating big cap numbers year after year after year? Are we now in the era of the signing bonus?
Yeah, it's a great question, and really it's what the player and his representation has the stomach for. Do you want to sign that deal that, all right, you got your money up front with that signing bonus, but after 2 years, the team can discard you, and really all they do is just take a very small cap hit in terms of the dead money, the money that you were never really going to see anyway? Or do you want the more structured deal? Or in this year, do you want to bet on yourself and sign a 1-year deal? And maybe it's a little bit less, but now you can hit the free agent market in 2022, this time next year, when the cap should go back up to normal, if if not beyond that, with the broadcast rights deals that we all are expecting to go through. Do you structure a deal where you don't take a whole lot of money right now, but after year 2 or year 3, it makes it very difficult for the team to cut you. So you protect yourself if you do get injured in this season, that, all right, in year 2 next year, when the cap goes up, they don't really want to cut you, nor do they really have the ability to, based on the cap. So that's what we're going to be seeing right now. There's a lot of wait and see. I keep talking to folks around and in the league who say, yeah, this is going to be sort of a follow the leader deal. Who's going to pay whom what sort of money? And really, I think we all sort of believe after Pro Bowlers, after the Matt Milanos, after the Aaron Joneses, we're going to start seeing a gigantic buyer's market. Guys who you're going to hear what they are making next year, and you're going to say, wait, what, really? I think that that's what we are anticipating. But in terms of structure, I do think, and I know, it is what you have the stomach for moving forward.
Fantastic insights, as always, from our guy, Jonathan Jones. We appreciate the time, JJ. The Green Bay running back making it clear, saying, let's run it back. The Aarons sticking together in Green Bay.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.